Okay, so let's talk about money. Not just budgets and spreadsheets, I mean real money. That kind that makes your stomach drop when the market takes a knock. The kind that you stress about when you're trying to save for a house in Bloemfontein or your retirement in Hermanus, or if you're just trying to make ends meet. Because here's the thing, we like to think that we're rational, that we make smart decisions with our money. But behavioral finance, this is the fascinating field that blends psychology with economics, says otherwise. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your bank balance or investment account in the same way again. Let's start with a concept called loss aversion. This is the idea that losing money hurts twice as much as gaining the same amount feels good. So if you're making 100,000 Rand, you're happy. But if you lose 100,000 Rand, you're gutted. This bias is so powerful, it can make people sell investments in a panic, even when they know they should hold on. It's often why you see investors buy high and sell low, which, if you've ever been in any market, whether it's shares, crypto, or unit trusts, you know it's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. Now imagine you're watching the news. The market is down, everyone is panicking. You feel it in your chest, that urge to do something. That's not logic, that's emotion. It's your brain screaming at you to avoid the pain. And it's not just loss aversion. There's herding, following the crowd. Like when everybody piled into GameStop shares or crypto because it was trending on TikTok. And then there's overconfidence, thinking that you're smarter than everyone else in the market. Spoiler, you are probably not. These biases aren't flaws, they're human. That's how we've evolved. But in the world of finance, they can cost you big time. There are several studies that have found that behavioral mistakes like panic selling, chasing trends, or trading too often can cost investors millions over their lifetime. And that's not just a number. That's a reduced retirement, a house you could have owned, a legacy you could have left. So, what do we do? Well, behavioral finance isn't about pointing out our flaws. It's about being aware of them and knowing what fixes to apply. Firstly, have a written financial plan. It sounds boring, but it's powerful. When the market drops and your emotions flare up, you've got a roadmap. You've got something to hold on to. It's like having a compass in a storm. If you know something like a market drop is likely going to happen almost every year, but it will still give you the best outcome over time. It's easier to stay the course when things get difficult. Secondly, slow down. This is very powerful. Take a week or a month before you make a big financial move. Personally, I use a month before making any big purchase or move, and I found that I changed my mind a lot of the time. Ask yourself, am I reacting out of fear, or am I actually making a strategic decision? This pause can save you thousands. Third, use tech nudges. Some apps warn you if you're making behavioral mistakes with your money. It's almost like having a behavioral coach in your pocket that can give you a notification when you are going off course. And here's something most people don't realize. A lot of financial planners, people like me, use a financial planner who isn't them. Why? Because when it's your own money, your own future, your own fears, you are emotionally invested. And it makes it harder to be objective. Having someone outside your head, someone who isn't caught up in your stress or excitement, that's powerful. And that's the role of a good advisor. They're not just there to crunch numbers. They are there to help you pause, reflect, and make decisions that align with your long-term goals. They're your bias filter, your sounding board, and a calm voice in the storm. And that's why even professionals lean on other professionals. Because behavioral finance isn't about knowing the theory. It's about having someone who can help you apply it when it matters most. I've seen clients who were ready to sell everything in a downturn. Until we talked, until we looked at their plan, until they remembered why they are invested in a specific way in the first place. That's behavioral finance in action. It's not just theory, it's real, it's practical. And it's changing the way we manage money. So next time you feel the urge to chase hard stock, to sell in a panic, or to follow the crowd, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this my own biases talking? Because once you start recognizing these patterns, you'll make better decisions. You will build wealth with not just strategy, but with self-awareness. And that's the real power of behavioral finance. Thanks for watching. And if this resonated with you, share it with someone who has made a similar mistake, which is, let's be honest, all of us. See you next time.